right? These are the most important questions for your Croc exam, and for all online viewers, these questions will be posted below in the comment section, right? Now look, question number 1. Question number 1 is, a 38-year-old woman was admitted to the admission diagnostic department with uterine bleeding. What are the most likely changes of the blood? Tell me. What? Increase hematocrit, decrease hematocrit, leukopenia, leukocytosis, polycythemia. Look here, let me explain the concept and then you will answer me the right one. It means the answer which you gave is wrong. Now look, uterine bleeding or whatever bleeding it may be, that doesn't matter. For example, you take a test tube. Now in this test tube, what I have done is I have added 1 ml of blood. Okay, I have added 1 ml of blood and I have centrifuged it. Now when I do centrifugation, what will happen? All the RBC will settle down. So these are the RBC that have settled down. These are the RBC that have settled down at the bottom like this. Now just above this RBC, you have what? A green color layer, green, not exactly green actually, a whitish or yellowish layer. This layer is called as buffy coat. Buffy coat in the sense this layer completely has purely and completely it has WBC. Okay. Next, adding upon that, there is another layer here. This is completely plasma. You know, plasma has water in it, electrolytes, still what? Proteins. So these are RBC, right? One RBC is attached to another RBC. I mean, these are, I can also call it as all these RBC cells are packed together, right? In this 1 ml of blood which I have taken, this is the space that is occupied by the RBC, right? Now if I ask you that out of this 1 ml, how much ml of space, how much ml is occupied by this RBC? Less than 1 it will be, or more than 1? Less than 1. So these RBC cells, in this entire 1 ml, these RBC cells occupy a space of about 0.45 ml. In terms of percentage, it is 45%. It means these 45%, what is this 45%? This is the space occupied by just only RBC cells, nothing else, only RBC is there. So these cells are packed together. As these are packed together, you call these cells as, this volume as packed cell volume. Okay, you call this volume as packed cell volume. The other name for this packed cell volume is hematocrit, right? Hematocrit. Now in case of bleeding, in case of any type of bleeding, the level of blood in your body is decreased or increased? Decreased. When it is decreased, the level of RBC is also decreased. When the level of RBC is decreased, will it be 45% or less than that? It means PCV is reduced or increased? Hematocrit is reduced or increased? She has uterine bleeding. So it means, now you tell me the answer. Hence proved reduction of hematocrit rate. Clear? Everyone? Right. Next thing is, a patient consumed a lot of rich in protein food that caused increase of rate of proteolytic enzymes of pancreatic juice. It is also accompanied by the increased rate of the following enzyme. Everyone is wrong. It means you should know the entire enteric physiology now. This is your duodenum, right? This is your duodenum. Now everyone listen. Now I'll cut just this part of the duodenum. Look here. This part of the duodenum, I'll draw it here. Now how does it look? This part of the duodenum looks like this. Right? The inside one is this one. This is the outside one. Okay? So duodenum is lined by what? Villi. So these are called villi. Now I'll take one villus. For example, I'll just draw this part of the villus. Okay, this part of the villus, and see how does it look. In this way, you are getting it? So I have taken this entire part of the villus and I have drew it here. So upon each villus you have still more villi. These are called microvilli, right? These are called as microvilli. Villi plus microvilli together you call it as brush border. Brush border. Okay. Now look here now. Sitting upon this microvilli, you have enzymes. You have enzymes. These enzymes are called as brush border enzymes. Brush border enzymes. Where are they located? They are located in the duodenum. Now, why I am telling this is, there are different types of brush border enzymes perform different function. For example, you eat proteins or no? Right? Now, proteins, the proteins which you take, these proteins at the end, they have to be broken down into what? What? Proteins have to be broken down into amino acids. So if proteins have to be broken down into amino acids, from the brush border enzymes, one enzyme name is called as brush border peptidases. Brush border peptidases. What does it do? It converts proteins into amino acids. In the same way, there is also one more enzyme which converts proteins to amino acids. What is that? Trypsin and chymotrypsin. From where are they coming? Huh? Very good, pancreas. Right? In the pancreas, you have an enzyme called as trypsinogen. Trypsinogen. And you have another enzyme called as chymotrypsinogen. Trypsinogen and chymotrypsinogen, both of them are inactive forms. You have to convert them into active forms, right? How do you convert them into active forms is, look, trypsinogen should be converted to trypsin. In the same way, chymotrypsinogen should be converted to chymotrypsin. So trypsinogen to trypsin, chymotrypsinogen to chymotrypsin. Now, there is an enzyme called enterokinase. That is a brush border enzyme. Okay? Brush border enzyme called as enterokinase. Enterokinase. It is a brush border enzyme that converts pancreatic trypsinogen and chymotrypsinogen into trypsin and chymotrypsin. Now this trypsin and this so-called chymotrypsin, what they do is they break down the proteins to amino acids. Right? You understood? Brush border peptidases alone don't do the proteolysis. There will also, for one function to happen, there are many enzymes that are taking part in it. Okay? So trypsinogen and trypsin and chymotrypsin, they convert the proteins into amino acids or break down them into amino acids. Clear? Now, after that, you also take another type of food. What is that? Carbohydrates. Now, carbohydrates have to be broken down into simple sugars. Carbohydrates have to be broken down into simple sugars, right? From the brush border enzymes, one enzyme is called, see, carbohydrates in the sense, for example, this is glucose, right? Glucose alone is what? Monosaccharide. If I add to glucose galactose, galactose is also a monosaccharide. Monosaccharide together, disaccharide. So glucose and galactose together you form lactose, right? You form lactose. Now from the brush border enzymes, there is one enzyme called as brush border lactases. Brush border lactases, which convert carbohydrates or break down carbohydrates into simple sugars. Next, from the pancreas also, there is one enzyme that is breaking down the carbohydrates. What is that? Did I talk biliary system? I talked already, right? Amylases, right? Amylases. I spoke about the biliary system, right? And you also know the functions of the pancreas, right? Amylases from the pancreas, pancreatic amylase. One important thing is, in the pancreas, in each and every cell, you have amylase. When there is pancreatitis, the cells blast out. When they blast out, amylase is released into the blood. So simply if you check the blood level of amylase, you can find that patient is having pancreatitis or no. If there is increased level of amylase, you say it is pancreatitis. You're clear with that? Right. Proteins is done, carbohydrates is done. Next thing is fats, lipase, lipids, right? Lipids are also broken down, right? Lipids are also broken down. Who breaks the lipids? Lipids are broken down into what? Fatty acids plus glycerol. And who breaks down? Tell me. From the pancreas, is there anything that breaks down? Pancreatic, very good, pancreatic lipase. Pancreatic lipase and the other one? Huh? What is another one? See, I taught you biliary system. Very good. Another one is bile. Another one is bile. Okay? Clear? Everyone? You are telling pepsin as an answer. You know what is pepsin? In the stomach, you have a compound called pepsinogen. You have a compound called pepsinogen. Pepsinogen is converted to pepsin in the stomach itself. And who is converting this, you know? In the stomach, you have some cells I spoke. What are these cells? Parietal cells. These cells are called parietal cells. These parietal cells release HCl, and this HCl converts pepsinogen into pepsin. What is pepsin? Pepsin is a strong proteolytic enzyme. Very strong proteolytic enzyme. But here in the question, he asked proteolytic enzyme, but that should be released from pancreas. Now from the pancreatic juice, what is a proteolytic enzyme here? Trypsin. Trypsin, right? If they would have given chymotrypsin, you can also put chymotrypsin. You are clear with this? Going on to the third one. Third question. Which muscle contraction is observed in the upper extremity during holding, not moving, a load in certain position? What is isotonic? Same tone I know, but what are the different types of isotonic? Write down very fastly, or take a picture, or you will have a video. Anyways it is. You have Wi-Fi? Then you will have a video, then no need to write. Right. See, contraction is of two types. Muscle contraction is of two types. One is called as isotonic. Don't mug it up. Another one is called as isometric. In isotonic, you have two more. One is called as concentric. Very good. Another one is called as eccentric. Right? Now, for example, if I am taking any heavy weight, for example this one, if I am taking a heavy weight like this, right? If I am taking a heavy weight, now when I am taking this heavy weight, all the weight here is impended upon my biceps muscle. The tension is impended upon my biceps muscle, right? Tension is impended upon my biceps muscle. Now look, okay, let us first discuss about this one, concentric. Now in this concentric, when I am holding this, the tension is impended upon my biceps, right? So there is tension here. Clear? Now what I am doing is, I am catching this and I am flexing my arm. When I am flexing my arm, the same tension is applied, but when I am flexing my arm, what is happening is, the length of my muscle is getting shortened. So second thing what is happening is, muscle shortening or muscle shortens, right? Muscle shortens. Next thing, this is eccentric, right? In eccentric, what is happening? In eccentric also I am holding the weight. The same tension is impended upon my biceps. So here also same tension. But the second thing what is happening is